Hello, everybody. This is Philippe from Florida Costume Merch. This podcast, this recording, really came up from a situation that we had where a client, which first time it happened to us actually, ordered a cutting board. They were going to be embossed and got 3 boxes out of 4. We did not get our customary notices from UPS that one of the boxes had been not delivered. And when we called UPS, they said, which was very hard, by the way, one of the hardest companies to reach anyone. I mean, you have an automated system, that's the worst. And when we finally reached somebody and we mentioned to them that, we found out that the box is stuck, is 40 minutes away from my client's business, and need be we can pick it up. But what they said was, we're very sorry, which is usually what they say. I mean, they really own nothing, and certainly don't own the problem. Sorry, we lost it, file a claim. Okay, great, file a claim. That's really going to help us when we need the merchandise that was inside the box. Fortunately, we brainstormed ideas, spoke to the customer, came up with a solution, not the same, but we filled in the missing pieces for that order. We also made sure that the order was refunded, and we took care of all that. Why are we telling you all this? Well, here's the two sides of it. You have on the one side UPS. You never speak to the same person. You have no idea who's driving your stuff. There's no one really that you deal with regularly. It's a gigantic company, and we've seen that even in small companies. And as long as UPS delivers, everything is fine, you're in good shape. Great. But as soon as something goes wrong, you got no one. And if you ordered your costume branded items, your marketing pieces from a company that every time you call you have to speak to someone else, then you could end up in the same situation. There's certainly not going to be a situation where you're going to have someone who knows you, who knows your business, who knows how you work, who is invested, who is committed to making sure that things go well. You're not going to have someone like that when you constantly have to rotate who you speak to. And that can be very costly, particularly if you need the items for a very important event, and you have to have them all. You can't have half the item delivered or none of them. You see, that's a good example of what can go wrong, and when it goes wrong, you got no one to lean on, no one is going to be here to help you. Or a company like ours, where you will be speaking to the same person all the time. They are invested. And it doesn't have to be small or big companies. There are big companies who operate just like this. You actually have either one or two people that get to know you. One is better. And get to know your business. And you know when you speak to them, they are interested. Yes, let us take care of this for you. Apologies. Let us make it good for you. That makes a very big difference. When you can actually work like that, when you don't have to worry about something that you need and it's going to be taken care of, you can go back and just focus on your business, making money, helping your employees, helping the business grow, as opposed to in the back of your mind thinking, is this going to happen? Is that going to happen? I ordered this. Is it ever going to be delivered? And so on and so on. You don't know. And then, of course, there are all the tangents. You go online, you decide, I'll do it myself, and save a few pennies, a few dollars. And not only, and so you get the item delivered, but then it's nothing like what you expected. You expected something of a certain quality. I mean, really. We have a button on our website. It says "Ask the Expert." This is not just a cutesy word, "Ask the Expert," because we know the business. We know what's is available and what is not available. We just know what we're doing with this, and you can decide. Well, you know what? I'm just whatever. I'll take the risk. Sure, you can take the risk, and that's fine. But it's stupid because when you can hire someone that's going to cost you nothing, or even better, is going to save you money or time or headaches, and you decide to do it yourself, that's not very smart. If you look at the bigger businesses, the one that really get big, the one that really grow, you'll see that they use outside resources because it makes sense. It makes sense not because it saves them on time, but because it saves them on expenses, on cost. Bottom line is, I mean, we could keep going like this about the value of having the same person to work with every time. And the more local they are, by the way, the better it is. There's a deeper connection between local businesses. It's just the way it is. Than a business that's very far away. And, we could lose customers in that way by making that statement, but that's just a fact. A local doesn't have to be right next door to you. Local could be a radius, and usually about either the same state or same county, or a 50-mile radius, depending upon what business you're into. As far as we're concerned, we find that we're in Florida, and a lot of Florida businesses like to deal with Florida businesses, shop local, right? Feed the local economy type of thing. That's a whole different story. So the bottom line is, you can either go it alone, go online, or hope that by not going alone, you decide to call a business, but you get the different person every time that's really not invested. Or you can call a company like ours, and you know that we're going to be there for you. We're going to be there for you when things go well. Be there for you when things don't go as well. We're going to be there for you and congratulate you and see what else do you need, and a little bit and little extras and so on. Give you another example. We have a customer who's ordered phone clips. So you order phone clips from the company, and what do you get? Phone clips. Right? We have one particularly that we really think it's a hit for 1,000 reasons, and we have a video on that one if you want to watch it. But we didn't just deliver the phone clips, we delivered the phone clips and a fake phone. Because when you put those phone clips on the table at a trade show, for example, it's just a flat piece of plastic. You can't really tell what it is. And you're at a trade show. You want to talk about your business. You don't want to have to explain a phone clip. So we got a fake phone, and the clip goes around the fake phone, and we added that. And we didn't charge anything, our time and the cost of the little phone, and that it becomes self-explanatory. These are little details that when you order from companies or from organizations, bigger or smaller, it doesn't matter, medium, and you don't have a contact there that's invested in your business, that really is interested in your business making it. And the bottom line is, if you want to talk about money, if you make it, if you get bigger, you're going to come back to us even with bigger orders. We're all going to win. But that's not why we do it. We do it because we are interested. We want to get to know you like friends, like family. We've invited actually business owners here to our Shabbos table, and we'll be happy to help you out. Be happy to be, to welcome you, not like the commercials. I don't know, with some of those commercials with it's all words but no action. Join our family. Yeah, sounds good, but where's the family? Well, we mean it. And we mean it when we say that we're interested in making sure that you're successful, and we go beyond just pricing. Of course, anyone can give you a price. We help you. We're the expert and give you great suggestions, and sometimes steer you in a different direction. We feel that we're more beneficial than what you thought about. This is Philippe, Florida Cost Too Much, 386-400-2666. Have a wonderful day. Please stay healthy. Thank you for listening to the podcast. There should be a button on this podcast where you can share your thoughts with us. We'd be happy to hear from you. And of course, we'll respond very quickly. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Success in all you do.